500. What's going on, boys? This morning it is bright and early, 8 o'clock, man. Got up at 6. We're currently at the E85 station, baby. Got our jug with us, about to fill up with the E85 for the first time. Well, actually we're gonna fill up this jug, go back to the shop, empty all the 93 we have out of the tank, because we're almost empty. But whenever you're switching over to E85, you really want to get all the pump gas that you can out of your car. Yeah, I said pump gas. This is not pump gas. Ethanol is ethanol. Pump gas is unleaded, or unleaded gasoline. You know what I mean? Ethanol is different. So we want to get as much 93 as we can out of the tank. So I'm gonna show you guys how to jump the fuel pump. And so for you guys Coyote cars, a tuner can actually send you over a fuel pump drain tune, which keeps your pumps running. I asked Phil if he could do that in the control pack, because the control pack is telling the pump when to turn on, but he said there's no provisions for it, so it's all good. Now that the battery's in the trunk, it's even more easier. So I showed you guys in the previous video, whenever we're trying to drain most of the fuel out. I'm gonna show you guys that again. Past the gas line, so you fill it up to here with water, and then the rest with E85, and then you just stir it up. Mine's missing a gasket, so it'll leak a little bit out. But you can get these on Amazon, $20–30. You just stir it up. The reason I test it, man, is to make sure if it's like below 70%, I won't use it. I'll go try to find another station, but like I said, usually here in South Texas, it's pretty good. So you just stir it up, shake it, and then once it settles, it'll show you your ethanol percentage. So thankfully here in South Texas, year-round, our ethanol percentage is pretty good. This should read 85% or 80, which is good. If you're on a E85R tune, you want anything above 75%. Flex fuel doesn't matter. Alright guys, so just like that, a couple minutes later, it's finished, and it's reading about E90, but we're a little bit past the line, so you guys can tell, so it's probably around 85%, so we're good to go. Alright guys, we're here back at the shop. Now we're going to drain the rest of our fuel, and then put our E85 in, and load our new tune. Alright guys, now depending on what type of fuel rails or fuel hose you have, they just need to spray more fuel. You'll either need this fitting, or you will need this fitting if you're gonna run AN lines. So my Coyote Spot fuel system is a 6 AN, so I will be using this. It goes to a barb end, which I'll connect to my hose. If you guys are running a factory style hose, you will need one of these. It's a 3/8 quick connect, and then just run it to a 3/8 fuel hose, and then you're good to go, man. You can put it in your bucket wherever you need to. So right now, we're gonna rig up our fitting right here, just like this. Make sure that's tight. Oh shit! You had to dry all that off before we started. All right, now we got those tight. We're just gonna slip our barb into our hose, and you probably don't need a hose clamp, but I'm gonna put one on anyways. And it's super tight already. We put our hose into our bucket or fuel jug, whatever you got, and then I'll show you guys. We have our hose rigged up into our bucket. is just fuel. It's just pump gas. I'll show you exactly what wire I tapped into on here. So you tap into our very far right wire, which is our brown and pink. That's going to our fuel pumps. And then look, if you tap it here, you'll hear the fuel pump turn on. Just like that. So one extra precaution I'm gonna take is I'm gonna hook up a little battery charger to my battery. Depending on how much fuel you have, you will definitely want to do this because fuel pump will drain your battery pretty fast. So I'm just gonna put continuous power to this, run our fuel pump out. All right guys, got the fuel pump running. It should be sending fuel into our bucket. No leaks. And she is. It's success, man. So we will fill this all the way up until it starts pretty much sputtering. And we'll know we're pretty much out of fuel. So we'll see how much fuel we have in the tank because it's showing pretty much empty, but I don't really like to run my fuel pumps too dry, so yeah, that fuel pump is working already. So be mindful that there will still be some fuel inside the rails, inside the injectors and stuff like that. So it is going to take a little while to pump the E85 through all that stuff. Yeah, definitely if you're gonna do this, get a little jug, fill up 4 or 5 gallons into your tank, go back to the station, top off your tank, guys, fill it up all the way, and then start the logging process. I would actually recommend driving at least 20-30 miles if you can. Drive around, burn some fuel out, burn all the rest of that 93 out, really dilute that 93 with the E85, top off again, and then you guys will be solid. Should be a pretty strong ethanol content in your tank. Alright guys, E85 is loaded and we are now uploading the E85 base. So yeah, this is what your VIN will look like if you have a swap vehicle. TC 1791. Yeah, really excited guys. So look, it says we have about 1.5 quarts of fuel. So we know if it's close to E that it's pretty much done because it didn't even get 2 gallons. So yeah, I'm gonna go and top this off with E85, drive around for a little bit, top it off again, and then we'll make a hit. Alright guys, first start with E85 ever in this car. So yeah, let's go ahead and man, I have to mash this thing down to the ground. I need to remember that. Just shove it through the wood, try to break the pedal off, because I'm just going like this and that's only 90%. Alright, let's go. First E85 start. Make sure we don't have no fuel leaks. Smells like E. Hell yeah. So right now we're lean, right? Because, well, we're rich because it's still burning the 93. Once the E85 gets to the rails, this should fix. Alright guys, we just got here to the E85 station and looks like our short trims came back. Our long trims are still correcting, so we're gonna go ahead and top off with the E85. We'll get back to you guys shortly.
Penthouse music.
So I've only been driving the car for about 10 minutes now, and I'm sitting in a drive-through and just burning some E85. Don't mind the IAT. It's already came down, so it's within 10% now. Long term and short terms are reading barely negative, so that's good. We're burning all the rest of that 93 out, and yes sir, good to go. So we're actually, whenever we do a pull, we're actually going to film fuel pressure, make sure it doesn't drop, because E85 is definitely a more dense fuel. So I hope, I mean, the 340 is made for E85, so I hope everything does keep up. It should, but we will see. That's why it's stalling. Alright guys, so ooh, that E85 smells good. Yeah, it's already reeking like E85. So what we're gonna do now is, to be extra safe, make sure we got all the 93 out, because this is a strictly E85 tune. I want to make sure that it is strictly E85 in the tank. I'm probably gonna drive about 20 miles. There's a weigh station where I weighed the car before, and we're finally gonna get a weight on the car, see what it looks like, man, and see what it weighs. So I think that it'll be, put your guesses down below, man, what y'all think. What do y'all think is gonna run on E85? Do you think it's gonna pick up mile an hour? And what do you think the car is gonna weigh? So previously it weighed 3220 with the 4.6 full tank of gas, and I really don't know if it had a full tank of gas, but I think it did. On the Jag Stars and full bias ply tires. So I already did the math. We save about 4 pounds on this setup right now that we're on. Full drag radials and welds. So we should save more weight, right? But the radials versus bias tires is insane. Like, I would save 35 pounds just going back to bias tires, 28s and 26s. If I just switched to bias. So I know we're gonna pick up weight there, but we did save a total weight of 4 pounds going to the welds, right? I believe we saved 50 pounds going to an aftermarket K member, and I also do believe that the Coyote weighs less according to the internet. So according to the internet, the Coyote weighs like 400 pounds or something like that, and the 4.6 iron block, which is what we had, we didn't have a Cobra block. The iron block weighs 450 or 460, something like that. Kind of gets weird with like accessories and all that. So yeah, man, we will see how much we picked up or how much we lost. So stay tuned, guys. All right, boys, we're here. We're gonna see what she weighs. The car weighs more, 3240. Everything on the internet's a lie, because I thought the car would be 3,100 pounds. Lighter, aluminum block, K member, all that stuff. The car picked up weight. Have no idea how. Sorry, I can't get y'all a 3,500 to a 6,500 reaction. It just felt faster on the E85. Of course, it has more timing. Field didn't automatically shove all that timing in there, I guess because we're still in the base file. So it still ramped the timing in, but we hit a peak of like 28 or 29 degrees, and felt really good. So I have to use my GoPro, which my GoPro is my main camera now. I have to use my GoPro to film my gauges to make sure fuel pressure drop isn't happening. And it's still good, it's still holding great, so that's awesome. We will see what another 1,000 RPM does to it. But yeah, and then my phone, what was I recording on my phone? Oh. Man, I could have recorded on my phone, I guess. I thought I was recording the draggy, but no, we weren't dragging the car yet. But yeah, man, it felt great. I didn't record the first pull, so I had to do it again. And when I did it again, 3,500 to 6,500, it spun the tire in seconds. So the car, it's on a 28-inch Nitto Extreme drag radial. And my rear end's humming more now. I think it's gonna be time for a built rear end, boys. We're gonna blow this one up first. So weighs more. Everything that I saw was the Coyote was lighter. K-Member saves 50 pounds. I'm trying to see where we picked up weight, man. We have weld wheels now. Are the drag radials that heavy? I don't know. Maybe my math is off somewhere. But I do know that we could shave 100 pounds off the car quick. Tubular front support. Lightweight battery, because now I have a battery in the trunk with a good tie down, so I can do a braille battery. I can go full bias on the tires. That'll be super lightweight. Aluminum drive shaft. Pull this passenger seat out, that's 40 pounds. We can do a lot, man. So right now I did the calculations for 116 mile an hour, which what it did in 93 with the car, right? The car weighs 3240 plus me is 190. It's putting the horsepower at about 420 horsepower. So that's pretty good, man. Online calculator, you know, that's pretty good. So we'll see what we have with the newfound power on E85. We actually might have to air down now that all the time is going to be shoved in there. I think we might spin off the hit pretty bad, honestly. We might have to air down, or we might have to warm the tires up a little bit, honestly. So we will see, man. Whenever Phil gets back to us and gives us the green light. I kind of looked over the log. I think it looks great. I think he might just tell us to do a full pull, but I'll keep you guys updated. Let you know what he says. We're good. So we're gonna do a 3,500 to 7,500 RPM pull. He gave me the option, so we're gonna do it in second gear. So yeah, man, I'm excited. While we were waiting, I cleaned up the car a little bit, washed it up. I got that Harbor Freight pressure washer. It's pretty stout, man. I did a little modification to it to put the foam cannon on it, and yeah, man, it's pretty stout. So yeah, we could do a little 7,500 watt pull coming back. Make sure fuel pressure is good. He said he's gonna pick the timing up even more. So let's go. Gotta make sure everything's right. AC's off, GoPro's running, log's running. A lot of things going on, man. Let's go, boys. 7,500. Oh yeah, she felt good. Definitely felt good. Can't wait for a full pull. All right, guys. So Phil got back to us and sent us the full E85R tune. So all the timing is gonna be there right off the hit. 28 to 30 degrees of timing. It's gonna feel rad. It has gotten super hot while we were waiting. I detailed the car, detailed the truck. They both look awesome, but it got super hot. So I might just do a 60 to 130. Depends if I could find a good road and see if we could pick up any mile an hour, see if I could launch the car better. But I don't have high hopes. I don't feel like airing down the tires. So, man, I could just do a quarter-mile hit and try to rev it out to 130 and see what it does. I'll probably do that so I don't have to do two. And then just wrap it up for today, man, because it's hot. I've been beating the shit out of the car, and I just want to put it up for the day. So, yeah, catch you guys out there. go, man. All right, guys, as y'all could tell, man, that E85, I'm still shooken up. It's probably almost an hour later, still shooken up a little bit. As you guys can tell, man, it picked up a lot. I mean, the seat and the pants feeling was crazy. This thing's a monster, bro. We went from trapping 114 to 118 with just a Coyote swap, naturally aspirated, and 28-inch drag radials will not hook. I mean, it's 30 psi. Pretty hot day, man. Honestly, I did a couple launches. I didn't do a burnout just because I don't want to break anything. Not yet, man, not yet. But yeah, the car is definitely a handful. As you guys can tell, we short shifted that whole thing, and I gotta fix my tack, man. I gotta figure out something because my tack is off. Sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. I might get a shift light maybe, but yeah, we gotta figure that out. But for short shifting it and the car went 118, that's badass, man. If we could get it to go like 120, I'd be really happy. But I wanted to show you guys this real quick. I don't know how accurate this is, but check it out. So the weight is 3430 with me in it, and we just trapped 118. So it's showing that the truck motor is making 440 horsepower, which kind of makes sense because JD 2 valve has the same motor as me, Gen 2, but Mustang, and his made 460 on the dyno. So we are gonna put this car on the dyno, see what it does, you know, see what it puts down. Maybe get a little bit more power once we empty this tank all the way and then it's full E85, because I know there is some residual pump gas in there, but I'm kind of stretching it now, right? But yeah, this thing is super healthy, man, for a 10-to-5 compression motor. I'm thrilled, man. I'm really thrilled. Couldn't ask for more, man. The only thing is like, I don't know what we're gonna do, man, when we go supercharged. I don't know what we're gonna do, man. This car's a handful already, so man, we're gonna have to put ET Street R's on it, maybe even a bigger tire. It's already a 28-inch drag radial and it's not hooking, man. We're gonna have to figure something out. And the car is extremely sketch at like 130. So like, while I'm in it, I'm just like, something lets go, it's gonna be a bad day. So we have to figure something out as far as that aspect. But yeah, man, I'm really happy with how the car did, and you know, everything, the build. Can't thank my uncle enough. Shout out my uncle. This car is amazing, man. Shout out Xavier, the timing, everything's holding up. And big shout out my boy Phil. Killed it on the tuning, man. If you guys need late model tuning, Corvette, Camaro, whatever, late model or Coyote swap stuff, he got you, man. Phil is the man. His tuning is on point, man. It's on point. So thank you guys for watching, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys, you know, drop a thumbs up for your boy, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Maybe some runs. We'll see. It's your boy ReyesBuilt. Peace out, man.